Here's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Got it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. He's scared.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. From the 36, Tannehill.
I call that play a success. And
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. Action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, trying to hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great, you've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 41, Minshew. He completes it to Westbrook. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jayon Brown coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down on his Logan Cook to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That's it.
take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing on second down, Tannehill. Room here to run. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
61, match box, right. 5.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. On 3rd down, Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett for Tennessee. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one good for 37 yards. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 10-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A second down run with Lewis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill, he's going to air one out. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 18. An interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll run with Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Strxp. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Trying to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Ready.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Minshew. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Minshew sets to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Minshew, 1st and 10. Oh, it's a play. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw it, Minshew. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they want...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 78 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 17-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Big yard. One for 36. This is Lewis. Hole there for him to stop just inside the 35 yards.
Hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Now it's Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Looking deep here for Dion Lewis. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You got it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. The open man is Westbrook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. On the draw, this is Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 24. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Offense set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry, and he is going to lose yardage here. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. This is Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Jump.
At the 34-yard line.
Hey, Orbit. 47 to Mike. 47 to Mike. Watch the pass. Mike's 47. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
61. Max, get it.
A first down carry for Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This, in all probability, another run here on second and 8.
Under 10. 10. Kill.
Again, it's Henry. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Titans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.